Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Channel 4 News at 8.
And hello, ladies. As usual, top news. I'm looking great again.
I'm here with Ron Burgundy. Later, we'll have a special report on the feminist movement, but for now, we go to Trevor with the traffic.
Alright, thank you, Tim. I'm on the side of the road here, checking out bad traffic. Wow, look at that traffic.
Watch out, man, dude! Watch out!
Oh my god! Thanks for the traffic, Trevor. I'm sure you'll recover quickly.
Can we get it slow-mo that actually, Aaron? Can we do that?
Yeah, okay.
Alright, good. Alright, thank you. And now we go to Will with a special report on the stereotypical role of women before the Reform movement.
Wow, that has got to hurt. Did you see that?
It's like... Oh my god.
Thank you, Tim. Before the Reform movement, women were expected to clean the dishes, sew and mend their family's clothing, and care for their children all during the day. This work would take almost the entire day, and they had little time to themselves. Now, back to you, Tim. And thank you, Will. Seems like being a woman back then was all work and no fun.
You got that right.
Yeah, it must have sucked.
And now we go to Colby with how the Reform movement started.
Chicken finger pizza and drink time Tom. Sorry, I call you back. Thanks, Tim. And here, I'm about to talk about the women's reform movement. First, the women's reform movement started when women grew tired of their daily toil of their boring lives. The house for the woman became a prison instead of a sanctuary. And finally, women, do you know what they took? They stole the jobs of men, and thus incorporated them into society. Back to you, Tim.
Can you imagine being anything else but a gorgeous newscaster?
No, I can't, Tim. No, I can't.
Alright, we'll be back after this short message from our sponsor. Is regular water too boring? Do you find that regular water is just not doing it for you? Well, now there is carbonated water. In our high-tech factories, carbon dioxide is super pressurized into plain old boring water, forming the ultimate beverage. Perfect for the afternoon doldrums. Seltzer water is also perfect to revitalize yourself after a run. Seltzer water is also ideal for seducing your neighbors. Call today and order your very own bottle of seltzer water for only $5.99. And if you call right now, we will double your offer. That's 2 bottles of seltzer water for only $5.99.
I could really go for some seltzer water.
No, Ron, come on, man. We're on air. Wow. And now we go to Mike with a special report on the important people of the Reformation. Ron, get back here. Come on.
You can't make me.
Yes, I can.
No, I'm not coming. My wife has problems.
12-letter word for boring. History class. Oh, thank you, Tim. Now, to help me with this report, I'd like my lovely assistant to join me on the floor. Now, the first woman who was most important in the women's rights movement was Susan B. Anthony. She was the second oldest of 7 children and learned to read and write by age 3. During her childhood, Susan attended Deborah Molson's female seminary. At the age of 16, Susan was an important figure in the fight against slavery. One of her most important contributions to the women's rights movement was in 1869, when she founded the Women's Suffrage Association, which rallied for women to have the right to vote. Another important person of the Reform movement was Elizabeth Stanton. Elizabeth, along with her husband and cousin, were more radical than Susan and believed in gender-neutral divorce laws, a woman's right to refuse her husband sexually, increased economic opportunities for women, and the right of women to serve on juries. And finally, Elizabeth Blackwell was also crucial to the women's reform movement. She was the first woman to be accepted into an all-men's college, and also the first woman to become a medical doctor in the United States, which made education more possible than before for women. So back to you, Tim and Trevor.
Guys, we're on a...
Whoa, Ron, get up.
What?
Come on, man, get out.
The women's rights Reformation had many important accomplishments. On July 19, 1848, Lucretia Mott and Elizabeth Cady Stanton staged the women's first U.S. rights convention called the Seneca Falls Convention, where they ratified the Declaration of Sentiments. Around the same time, an organization was formed to advance the rights of women called the National Women's Suffrage Association, which was started by Stanton and Susan B. Anthony. Advances in education also occurred, starting when Emma Willard opened one of the nation's first academically rigorous schools for girls in New York, Choi, New York. Reforms in the legal system also occurred. By 1839, in Mississippi, the legal system allowed women to retain property even after marriage.
Thanks, Trevor. As you can see, the women's rights Reformation sure had a lot of accomplishments.
Yeah, they were basically as successful as my Saturday night last week.
That's probably true. And now we go to Will with the weather.
Thank you, Tim. As you can see, we have two very large pressure fronts converging over Boston. The high pressure fronts and the low pressure fronts will mix together and create very nasty weather. The resulting hail will be the size of Mac Conley's head. We have now prepared a simulation for you to show what will happen if you get hit by a piece of hail, the size of Matt Conley's extremely large head. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Make sure you stay indoors for at least 2 days. Or if you go outside, wear a helmet like I am so you don't die. Now, back to you, Tim.
Thanks, Will. Don't worry. We are very prepared.
Yeah, did you know I wore the same helmet in 2nd grade?
You're still on training wheels, aren't you?
It was supposed to be a secret! Oh,
Oh, no, Ron. Anyway, we close tonight with a special report from Colby, stating the lasting effects of the Women's Reformation.
Sorry, Ron.
Ron, really? No, I didn't mean to say that.
Thanks, Tim. Now, the women did not get the right to vote until the 1920s, but these reform movements, they were catalysts for future women's rights movements. And, thank you. Colby Choi, signing off. Back to you, Tim.
wow, the women's Reformation movement sure accomplished a lot.
You know, it really did. A lot of important people contributed to the overall success.
I'm Ron Burgundy, signing off.
And I'm Tim Rice, and thank you for tuning in to the Channel 4 News at 8.
And take care of their children at all times.
And then you have to say now. Really, guys?
Go.
And thank you, Will. Oh, man.
You're welcome, Trey.
Guys, we're on a...
What? Oh, Trevor, come on.
I'm Ron.
Action.
Thank you, Tim. Before the Reform movement, women were expected to sew and mend the clothing of their family.
That was the second.
I'd like you to notice the shorts that our businessmen are wearing.
What happened to Colby?
He got a little wet.
Make you feel all snap. Oh, that just was ended poorly for Will.
Do your best sexy face, Colby.
You're the one who's unsafe with
And
him.
every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Hear my heart beats fast or slow. I need you want you in my life. Ladies, look at this man.
Out too.
Guys, this man is
Make sure you're in focus.
single.